Race number 7 is out to the mile and back onto the turf for this Class 4 event. And we have got Oscar Glory at the top of the bookie draw as well, but does carry the £133. Decisive Action, he missed a start at the meeting on the 28th of November due to a blood abnormality. Ezra's coming back in trip. Great Treasure, he's had his last 2 at Happy Valley. He returns back to his favourite hunting ground of Sha Tin. Fastest had 1 start over the 1400. He's up to the 1600 metres. Riders Rain steps up in trip as well. Darcy Joy's got himself a gate. The 11 Leading Fortune has the blinkers again. The 12 Chater Pins will wear a shadow roll for the first time. In Kung Fu Tea, Tom, he's minus the blinkers.
And he's likely to be Kung Fu Tea up handy, but caught a bit wide there potentially. Oscar Glory, Paul, I guess he's paying the price for consistency. He's up on a mark of 60 carrying top weight.
Yeah, but he's likely to get to the front, so he try and dictate, I think, from there. Darcy Joy went back when he did win, but last start he settled handy. I think he can settle handy as well. And Chater Pins has been going forward as well recently.
Oscar Glory, you mentioned here, Paul, is in the first replay, along with Decisive Action, and we've also got Great Treasure. He's had a couple of starts since then.
Yeah, he needs a bit like Great Treasure. He's getting on in age, doesn't he? Look, he was there for a long period of the race here, Oscar Glory. Harry Bentley aboard, he's got an inside draw. He did have to work early to get across from barrier number 10. He won't have to do that. But as Tom said, he does have to carry the big weight.
He certainly does. So this was the race here that was on this occasion for Oscar Glory, holding on to a minor position there. And look, he stayed on well enough behind Beauty Spirit. Of course, he's been third since, but he's been consistent. I guess he's just paying the price for that with the big weight he's got to carry. That was my only concern with him.
Riders Rain started 66-1 on debut. Tom, he's last turning for home and picks off quite a few of them in the last little bit.
It wasn't actually bad from the Michael Chang trained to gallop. He was only beaten 2 1/4 at the line behind Peak to Peak, who won at a decent price on this occasion. So the debut run wasn't too bad. He's trialled since at Happy Valley, ran on late in that barrier trial. So just an awkward draw this time round.
Yeah, we'll see if he can go forward from this run. As you say, he sort of made some nice ground just in behind. I haven't quite got him in. I just wanted to see what he could do.
OK, so that's him just finishing a little better than midfield, and he'll step up to the 1600 metres. Darcy Joy and Oscar Glory appears again here, Paul. Both drawn really well this week. Yeah,
this is actually the race where he drew 10. Oscar Glory did draw 1 in that last one. Look, as Tom said, he's been very consistent. This horse, he's been placed in all 3 runs this season, and this is another one. I think he's going to do something similar and just try and dictate from the front.
Yeah, Leading Fortune's interesting because he's got a bit of barrier draw. He's had a few tough runs recently, Leading Fortune. He was weakening out of there. Big Brook was in that race as well. Go-Go 16, but I think we've dropped off Go-Go 16. But yeah. Look, Darcy Joy from a low draw, I think, is a big player. Yeah.
OK, and finally, Tom, Chater Pins and Great Treasure from this race at Happy Valley. Bit of performance from Chater Pins. He wasn't too far behind them.
No, this was, well, he's had 4 fourth placings now through his career, this horse, and this was one of them, only beaten half a length behind Charizard. He absolutely did his best work late here on this occasion too. Shadow roll goes on. He's lightly tried here in Hong Kong anyway, 6-year-old by Pins. I didn't quite get him in, but look, old Great Treasure was only 2 lengths away there too.
He wasn't too far away, and as you said, you could see him just poking through late there, so he's getting there, Chater Pins.
Oscar Glory good enough to carry the 133?
Well, look, I think if he can dictate it in front and he's not given too much pressure, I think he can. So, look, I am going to go with him. I don't think it's an overly strong race. Leading Fortune, Tom alluded to his draw. He's got a lot better draw now, so he goes in there for second. Darcy Joy's been in good form, and Decisive Action's been consistent. So, 111, 9 and 2.
I'll settle with Darcy Joy here. I like the way he's been going. First 2 back, and then it was second last time out. So he's on top with the low draw and a good weight here of 1, 2, 3. Oscar Glory's in Decisive Action. He's normally pretty consistent too when it comes to this sort of course and distance. And Leading Fortune, he last one off a mark of 56. He's marked 46 here. Joe Moreira from a low draw with the blinkers back on. 9, 1, 2 and 11.
Oscar Glory, another good ride for Harry Bentley. He's got a couple in Oscar Glory and also Everyone's Victory. He partners Oscar Glory in race number 7.